guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is time to pick out what we're gonna be reading for the month of September. I am so excited and also very shocked that we're in September already, and I haven't done one of these where I actually set my monthly TBR and since probably May, sometime around that time, and it was mostly because we were in the process of moving and I just didn't really have the time to set an actual TBR for that month, and you know, throughout those other months as well. And honestly, I missed setting an actual monthly TBR because it kind of sets the mood for that month and what I'm going to be reading for that month, because I usually do try to stick to those goals of reading those books. Like, I did really good when I actually set my TBR and actually just looked at that pile and just picked from those books. And I definitely want to do that again, especially for the month of September, because it is my husband's birthday month, and I think that it would be a great idea for him to be choosing my September TBR because it's his birthday month. Why not have the birthday boy choose my reads for the month? But first, we're going to be going to Barnes because he did want to pick out actual books himself physically, where it isn't just me, you know, having already the books that I personally picked, but he is also going to be picking from this pile. So we're going to go to Barnes. He's going to pick out some books that I'm going to be reading, and then he's also going to be picking out from these as well. It is not to say that I'm going to be reading all the books, because he's going to be picking a lot of books for me, because usually what I do is I set a TBR and I look through the piles and see what I want to read that month. So I want to have options, and that's usually what I do when I do set my TBR. I do have some video ideas that I'm going to be doing with the books that he's going to be choosing. There are some books that he specifically wants me to read and review, so I'm really excited for those. Do stick around for those videos because he will be making appearances throughout those times, and I'm just so excited to be reading the books that he specifically wants me to read, because it would just be really interesting to actually get out of my comfort zone and read other books that other people want me to read. I usually don't do that. Like, I'm so scared to read other people's recs and just other people that want me to read their books, because I just feel like it's a lot of pressure, and sometimes it's just like, am I gonna like this? Am I not? Am I just gonna like review it highly because I feel bad that they chose it for me and they were really excited for me to read them? So we shall see what I end up reviewing them. But if you guys do want real-time updates on what I'm currently reading, I do suggest going on my Goodreads and just following me there, because that is usually where I do update what I'm reading and where I'm currently at. And maybe you will see some of the books that I'm currently reading for a video. I don't know, we'll see. I love setting my TBR this way. Like, I've done it in different ways, and the reason why I like doing these is because I don't really know what I am going to be reading for the month. Like, I don't know which books are going to be chosen, so we're going to be doing this together. We're going to be finding out together, and like, that's the funnest part for me, and it's going to be much funner because he's going to be picking them out for me, and I just think it's so fun if he knows my book taste, because I'm constantly talking about these books. I'm constantly talking about my favorite authors, the books that I'm currently reading, and we'll see if he picks out anyone that I've ever talked about. But yeah, let's go to Barnes and see the books that he picks out first, and then we'll come back.
So here is what my goal is while filming this video. Karla's very awkward right now. She does not like filming in public, and that's because people do watch, but I used to be a YouTuber. Check it out. My goal here is, if we're picking 5 books, say, I want to pick 4 of the books that I think you're going to rate between 4 and 5 stars. Then I want to pick a book that is ultimately you're probably not going to like, but I want to listen to. I want you to tell me about it. I want you to say like, oh, this is a cool book, but I'm not interested in it. That's okay. Like last time I picked a book that seemed like Scooby-Doo, and she didn't even read it. This time I'm forcing you to, though. You have to do it. When you look at the camera, do you look into the screen or do you look here?
I look into the actual lens.
I taught her that.
He did. He did teach me that.
That's the thing. We're demure and we're very cutesy with it. I'm flying in pretty solo here. I wanted to look at her app that she uses, Goodreads. I decided not to. I found this book. Now, it's basically, it says on the card, a relationship expert's marriage fails, and then she goes to Italy with like 4 new friends or whatever. It just, does it end with new love? If it doesn't, I don't know if Karla's gonna like that. I don't want to pick books that she's gonna be like, this sucked and you're an idiot. Like, I want her to be like, wow, this guy is really good at picking books. It's hard.
There can be a subplot of romance. It doesn't have to be the
But I don't know if there is a subplot. I think this is a subplot of, oh, we're all friends at the end. I don't know. I'm reading.
So we're back from Barnes and we're first gonna talk about the books that he bought for me, and then he's gonna be picking from my actual library as well. But first, we're gonna talk about the books that he got.
All right, so the first one I got is a book that I read as a kid and I really enjoyed it. It's called Among the Hidden. So I picked this one for you because it's something that you can read really fast. It's something that I enjoyed when I was a kid and I want to see if you like it. She's never read it. I don't know if anyone else in their school had to read this. Comment down below. I had to read this and I thought this was awesome. So I think you'll like this.
Yeah.
And it's only like 200 something pages. I noticed Carla also has some authors. One of your favorite authors, or at least one of your favorite books, it's like The Couple something.
Right here. The Housemaid.
Yeah, The Housemaid.
Sure. And then these two are pretty good too.
Something like that. I wasn't even close to the title. But The Perfect Son, this book. It sounded interesting. I picked this one because I knew that she had a bunch of books from this author, but she didn't have this book. And my goal is to get 4 or 5 star reads. This one I thought the cover was cool. It has an interesting storyline. I think I already know what happens in it, just by judging how good I am. I told you this would happen. I don't know really much about it.
I've never heard of that title ever.
But here's the thing. Basically, her sister was a serial killer. Supposedly, I don't think she is, okay? I just read the back of the book and I feel like I already know the whole plot. But anyways, her sister was a serial killer, something like that, and the whole town was excited that she's dead, but then there's some internet sleuths that are investigating some things, I guess. So I'm almost assuming that she's gonna turn out to be the murderer. Now this one screams you. This gives me Carla. We listened to on the way to Wisconsin, we took a giant road trip to that Nantucket book.
Yeah, the Hotel Nantucket.
Hotel Nantucket, and this kind of gave me that vibe. The Little Italian Hotel. This one is about some woman that is a radio host relationship expert. She got a divorce after 25 years, and she goes on this trip, find herself, find her friends. I think this sounds right up your alley. That's a 4 star. Then I went to the romance section, and a lot of the covers look the same. I was lost, but I found something, and it's called Between Us. The cover looks like every other cover, so that Carla has. Carla has a lot of covers that look like this. To me, that's a win. If I can find something that Carla's already somewhat read, but it's just twisted a little bit, that's a 4 star.
No,
that's a 4 star. They're all so different, but the covers are the same at least.
No, they're not. They're all
same style.
Covers. Well,
but if I go in there and if you're me and you've never been in there before, you're like, this all kind of looks like the same author. It's not. It's all different people. And I'm not bragging on that. I love collecting VHSs. Show them. Wow, what a great collection. Then I bought this for myself. Me and Carla are trying to do something where we read a book at night.
Not the same book.
Not the same
together.
book. A different book. And then we talk about that chapter, or however many chapters we went through. And I got fresh off the boat. I read a couple of sentences in it. And then I was like, maybe.
We'll see if you end up.
It looks funny. It sounds funny.
Yeah, but you always.
I do always buy books.
You always buy books and you never really.
I love the idea of reading, but it's a task, man. It's a lot. The last book, I enjoyed listening to the Nantucket book.
Yeah.
When we were on.
Which is the same author.
I was into it.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be great. I love this author. I think she's great. Not this one. I don't know about this one, but the other one, Nantucket. I really enjoyed that. It was like watching like a reality show.
So those are all the books that he got from Barnes. Now he's gonna pick the rest of my September TBR, which will be the books that are in here. So choose another 5.
That's too much.
That's not too much. I need books
3.
to choose from. I need options.
No, I don't want to give you that many options because I want you to read the ones that I bought. So I'm gonna give you like 3 extras.
Fine, just give me 5. Okay. Fine. He's gonna give me 3 more extras.
Otherwise, she'll never read the books.
TBR.
Because here's the thing. We made a video like this. I don't even know if it ever aired. But I picked one that sounded like Scooby-Doo and she didn't want to read it. She never read it, but I bought it. Well, what the heck?
Because it's not something that I personally
Exactly.
read.
So I have to limit the options. I have to limit the options that you're willing to read.
Books that you're just gonna give me and you know that I'm not.
No, but I picked great books here. And I want you to read them. Wham bam.
Well, yeah, of course. He did good this time. Not last time, but this time he did.
All right, so one book is actually really simple for me. I went to high school with this kid. That's rude. It sounds like kid is rude.
No, it's not.
Okay, I went to high school with this young man. Actually, he was older than me. And I picked up his book, and it's called Blue Graffiti. Now, I was really interested that Emily Henry wrote a review on here. Well, I wasn't, but Carla was.
I was. I was actually very surprised that she wrote a blurb.
I mean, this is his first book. That's super exciting. He was in my school, about a year older than me. He's got some Netflix shows. I'm a little jealous. So we're gonna read his book.
I'm gonna read his book.
You're gonna read his book and you're gonna tell me about it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to read it.
So these are all thrillers, YA thrillers, mysteries. The bottoms are all fiction. These are all romance and contemporary romances as well. And then these are all fantasies.
All right, so what are you feeling like reading? So I already picked all those. What genre at least? I can pick something, but what genre?
I don't know.
What are these?
Those are more of like YA thrillers.
Oh.
No, not that one.
It's my Scooby-Doo one that I picked last year. That one is going. It's called Meddling Kids. It has an interesting little story. It's not that long. It's something that you can get done pretty fast. It's getting up to Halloween season. It's the Burr months. September is the Halloween season.
No, it's not. It's October.
Halloween. That's not true. August is actually the start of Halloween. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into more something, maybe fantasy. I just don't know what you even,
okay, well,
what
it's
you've not
September.
read.
September is more cozy, so I would prefer
Romance?
a more cozier,
cozy little romance.
books. So there are like more of that, because as you can tell by what the cover looks like that it's gonna be more of a fluffy.
But I don't know which ones you
summery
have, what you've read, and what. So
yeah,
you want
just let me
summer?
know. No, I don't want
Okay,
summer.
you don't want summer. Summer's over with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I picked this one.
I want more of like a cozy. Okay, I want more of a cozy one. So you can tell by the actual colors.
What about this one? You read this?
I have not.
Okay, so this one, let me tell you something. I haven't read it, but it looks like fall. That's it.
No, you're picking me another one.
Pick up one more.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to this section, see? So 1, 1, 1. You got a lot of stuff. You haven't read all these yet, but they're very long.
I'm still in that series. I'm still
It'll
in that
slow
series.
you
so that
down
one
too much.
doesn't
They're
really
too
count.
much. I want to try to get you as many books as you can read this month. These are all part of a series too, aren't they?
Yeah, I already finished The Crow Prince.
He's in Shadow and Bone. That's what Caroline can tell me. I forgot the show. It's Shadow and Bone.
Which is a book.
Which is a book.
There's more down here.
Yeah, that's Christmas.
Here, right there. Yeah.
Just why don't you tell me?
No, you have to be the one that chooses.
You haven't read these yet, have you?
I have read those, but maybe not the other ones.
What about this one?
Oh, that one sounds fun.
Okay, I choose this one. That one does sound fun.
That one does sound fun.
What's this? Whoa, that's fun.
You did a great pick right there.
Well, you know what? I don't care because look at how many you have to read.
I do have to. Oh my gosh. We talked about the books that he got me at Barnes, but let's actually go ahead and recap the books that he chose from my actual library. So the first book that he got was Meddling Kids by Edgar Quintero. This one he picked last time we did this last year, and I didn't read it because it's not the type of book that I personally would read, but I guess I'll do it this time because technically it is his birthday month, so I will do it for his birthday month. Fine, I'll go out of my comfort zone and actually read this one. It's hard for me to do, but I will do it for him. The next book that he chose was You Again by Kate Goldberg. This one became really popular last year, and it was definitely because of the cover and because a lot of people were comparing it to the movie When Harry Met Sally, and I just think that this is like the perfect cozy book to read, especially transitioning into the fall time. The other book that he chose was Blue Graffiti by Callan Scott something. Sorry about the last name, but this is the person that he went to school with, and he self-published this, I believe. What really caught my eye was because Emily Henry actually wrote a review about it, and I'm just really intrigued because of that. Obviously, when you go into any bookstore and you see your favorite author actually write a review about it, you do get intrigued, and so I definitely want to know what this book is about. And the last book that he chose for me to read in September is Heartless Hunter. I've been wanting to read this one for so long, and I'm so excited that he picked it for me, even though I basically guided him to pick it, but let's pretend that didn't happen. I love reading fantasies during this time, and I specifically love reading enemies to lovers, and that's basically every fantasy that I personally have read, but this one's a little bit different because this is between a witch and witch hunter, and I don't really read, about witches, so I am very intrigued and so excited to read this one. I will definitely be reading this one very soon. These are all the books that he picked out for me to read in September. If you want me to read a specific book, do let me know in the comments below, but I am so excited for this month and actually have a set TBR to choose from. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.